y'all, it's Donnie. It's been a while, but I'd love it if you could join me for a pipe and a pour. So how have y'all been? It has been a while. But if you've been with me for a little bit, by a little bit I mean the last couple of months, because that's as long as I've been here, you've heard me say it before. So far behind on catching up on YouTube stuff. Been trying to get out here and pack a pipe and enjoy some peace and quiet and relax for days and days and days, and just have not been able to get it done. Lots going on. Lots of exciting updates to share with you guys. Not only am I behind on watching you guys and catching up with you guys and staying up to date, I'm behind on sharing things with you guys. There's so much that I don't know that I'm gonna be able to get to it all soon enough. But anyway, it's good to be back with you all tonight. Hope that you've had a fantastic week. Hope that you had a great 4th of July. Yeah, it's good to be back. In the pipe tonight, and tonight it is the gift from my father-in-law, the Savinelli Fiammata 904 KS, which I'm just really loving this pipe. And in it, perhaps you have heard of it, a little brown sugar flake. Danish pipe shop, GAWs and Hogarth. I was able to grab some back at the Muletown Pipe Show back in March. And I just hadn't really gotten into it. I've been smoking other stuff since then. I was like, let's try something new tonight. So broke into this. And I will tell you the truth. It says brown sugar flake on there. Might be a little misleading, because all I get is hay. And I'm not opposed to that. I never thought that I would enjoy that smell, except anytime I was out in the country and smell fresh cut hay, or be cutting hay or baling hay. I always love the smell of it. But it's pretty nice, kind of light actually, and it's in big, thick, chunky, good flakes. And I'm behind on this. I know a lot of y'all have already had it. You've already seen other people doing reviews, that kind of thing. But this is what I'm into tonight. They are a little damp out of the tin. So I had a flake that I set out and dried for probably 6 hours or so this afternoon, in the hopes that it would make it a little more manageable. Unfortunately, I am having a devil of a time keeping it lit. I did fold the flake and then rubbed it out real good, but it was still, and I could tell there's a big difference between the flake that I had dried out and the one straight out of the tin now. Even just touching them, one felt moist, one felt dry. But the dry one I packed with a pipe with, and I've enjoyed it, probably about 1/3 of a bowl so far. But I'm having devil of a time keeping it lit. The pour tonight, you see that beautiful honey color in there. It's a Friday evening, so of course I must pour a rye. This is barrel seagrass. I'm a big fan of Barrel Craft Spirits out of Louisville. They don't distill their own stuff. They source it. But I forget the guy's name, Joe something, who is behind Barrel. He does just a fantastic job picking barrels, sourcing barrels. This is distilled in Kentucky, Indiana, Tennessee, and Canada. So it's a blend of American and Canadian rye whiskeys, meticulously sourced and finished in casks from 3 distinct areas of the world. highlights the grassy oceanside notes we love in rye and the opulence and spice of finishing barrels. It's bottled at cask strength so you can appreciate its true flavor. Joe Beatrice, that's his name. Joe Beatrice is like a wizard at finding barrels and putting them together. But this barrel seagrass American and Canadian rye blend, finished in Martinique rum casks, Madeira casks, and then in apricot brandy barrels. And you think, Donnie, that sounds great and all, but that's a lot of stuff going on. And it is, and it's delicious. 119 proof in this, but you do get sweetness and you get spice. And there's a little, at 119, it's, you don't know it. It sneaks up on you, but it's just a delicious, beautiful rye whiskey. So, price point on barrel is usually pretty high, unfortunately, but is because he has to source it all and has to buy it all and blend it all together. So you're going to find it anywhere from 80 to 90 to 120 bucks, depending upon where you are and which variation it is, because they do have wonderful, beautiful barrel picks, single barrels, batches. The barrel bourbon batches I've had, I know they're in the 30s now, I think. I've probably had a half dozen of them, and I've loved every single one of them. So good. But anyway, that's enough about what's in the pipe and the pour. Like I said, a lot going on, lots to catch up on, and I don't want to bore you guys too much tonight. I just kind of want to hit the high points because I've missed out on sharing a lot of stuff with you guys the last couple of weeks. So you recall last video, took a cruise with the wife and the daughter, had an amazing time. It's our second Disney cruise. Say what you want, feel how you want about Disney. I don't care. I spent my money, not yours. Anyway, I'm more concerned with making memories with my family and enjoying that time away than making a stand on something. Beside the point. Sorry, didn't mean to go there. Wanted to share all that with you. The great stops that we had, the swimming with all the stuff we got to swim with, turtles and fish and barracuda and starfish and octopus and everything. Diving on a shipwreck, that was amazing. The USS Kittiwake, the Green Grotto Caves in Jamaica, got to visit those. Super cool. Love the bats. Amazing stories. Just a really neat environment. And maybe I'll be able to revisit that in more detail down the road. But the big deal is, and if you may recall from before our vacation, I was a little worn out and frazzled then as well. We're moving. Yep. Things have moved quickly since we've been home. Found a different house that we fell in love with. Literally fell in love with the place, and it just could not be more perfect. I will continue to knock on wood until we close in about 3-4 weeks now, because it's just an amazing blessing that it happened the way that it did. We got an offer on this house right away, so got to start packing up the old indoor-outdoor lounge and all the other stuff and get moving. So that's going to be occupying my time a lot the next 3 or 4 weeks. But between getting the house ready to put on the market and the pictures and the staging and the showings and the inspections and the showings and the inspections and the showings, and it's been exhausting. But again, incredible blessing. I'm incredibly thankful for it. So that's exciting. But then something else happened. And honestly, it's all y'all's fault. Yeah, it's all your fault. I had very little to do with it. So I can't take much blame. The fact of the matter is, while I was on vacation, somehow, the moons lined up. I don't know, the zodiac signs were mixed up, whatever it was. But this kid right here hit 100 subscribers. I know. It's amazing. No, honestly, I am blown away. I'm shocked. It's unreal, really. It's unexpected. And again, if you've been with me since the beginning, the last couple of months, since I started this in April, I said at the time, I'm doing this for me as an outlet. So very selfish ambitions, not to like influence or anything, but just to have a platform or a place to say what's on my mind, to help me get my thoughts together, because a lot of times they just bounce around. But it also twofold serves as a place to make connections. And, and I know so many of us have talked about it, that it really is the community and the connections that we make through this that make it worthwhile. And so if there's more than 100 of you amazing folks who think, hey, Donnie, we'd love to join you for a pipe and a pour. I just, that makes my heart smile. It makes me happy. It makes me feel like I've got a place and a people. And so thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for the words of encouragement. Thank you for those who have shouted me out and given support. If some of you folks are new, and obviously you are, I got over 100 while I was on vacation and hadn't really produced much content the last couple of weeks. Welcome aboard. Like I said, it's going to be all over the place. We're going to talk about beverages and cocktails. We're going to talk about pipes and tobacco. But man, we're also going to get into literature and reading and theology and faith and being a dad, being a husband, all of that. So lots to do, lots to catch up on, but we will get there. So much to cover. I hope that I can make time to just visit with you guys and get back out here and share some thoughts and hear from you all about what's going on and be able to take part in some of these things. I've seen guys that started with me and after me that have just absolutely taken off, and it's amazing the way this community really does wrap around individuals and lend so much support through the giveaways, through generosity, through encouraging words and actions. So glad to be here, glad to be a part of this amazing group of the YTPC. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you for joining me for a few minutes to catch up very briefly. Oh, it's not even briefly, it's 14 minutes, y'all. What do you expect? It's always going to be long with me. I'm sorry. But until next time, which I hope is very, very soon, this is Donnie inviting you back to join me again for a pipe and a pour.